Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathy Bedell at mystampinspot.com coming to you with Thankful Thursday. I had said I'd be here in the afternoon, and then I said I'd be here at 6, and guess what? I'm late for that too, but you know what? We got all the paper shares, all the in-color clubs that people have just recently paid for. We got all the Stamp Club by mails, which was a huge project today, out, and we got 4 things ready for the mail today. So I will be like Santa Claus going to the post office tomorrow. So while I'm waiting for you to jump in, just gonna say, if you comment today, you will get these 5 card kits in the mail. There's no greeting inside. They're all birthday. This is what went out in my color clubs. Each month they get one. So these are my samples. So you'll get the 5 cards and the 5 envelopes. If you comment here between now and my Friday live, I will ship these to someone free. So you can comment, you can like, you can share. All of those things help me. All right, how are we today? We're a little crooked on this phone here, however. See if we can get a little straighter. So, I am burnt, so we are going to do something quick and fun. It's not probably the most thankful gift you'll ever see me do on Thankful Thursday. I'll do something fun for tomorrow, I promise. So I'm going to cut this at, I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2. And we'll keep one base and we'll get rid of the other. I am going to cut a lemon lolly at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm kind of casing the catalog a little bit, changing the colors a little bit, but kind of going with it. So this is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, that's our main pieces. I'm not even doing any ribbons. Hey, Nancy, thank you. Well, Nancy, maybe you'll get them. Let's hope, right? Let's see. Hey, Kay, how are you? Thanks for sharing. Betty, how are you? Thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm going to fold this card base. This lemon lolly is going to go on next. Boy, I'm not much of a yellow person, but I am loving this lemon lolly. Fingers crossed, that's right. I need a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to use the, it's a piece from the cardstock. I'm going to flip this over. So I'm going to kind of use the smaller outside lined image here. And I'm going to stamp it in basic gray. No, smoky slate. Smoky slate. Thank you, Kay. Okay. And I am just going to randomly, I'm going to turn my block and I'm just going to kind of stamp them on the diagonal, turning as I go. Now I know it's really light, but we're going to fill it in. Hopefully you can see that. Can you see that? There we go. Okay, so that's smoky slate. Nice and light. Then we're going to come back. Now it's going to be a little more tricky because now we have to try to line these up. But even if they don't line up, that's okay. So I have my lemon lolly. Oh boy. Okay, so look, it looks like someone accidentally dabbed a wrong color in there. Let me show you how to fix that. Take a piece of scrap cardboard. Not cardboard, cardstock, and kind of go over it and pull up as much color as you can. Oh, wow. It's not even showing. Look at that. Usually if it's really a strong color that someone put in there, usually it really shows, but this one is not. then what you'd want to do is you want to go back in and re-ink it. I'm not going to do that while we're talking. But you do that until you don't see this marking anymore. So now it's making me question if there's something else with my ink pad. Hey, Linda, how are you? Kathy, how are you? All right, so this stamp has kind of a smaller side and a bigger side. And so I am going to just be looking to match up the smaller sides. Let's see here. Let's see. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. It's okay. It's kind of a little bit of an eclectic design. So that one's not perfect, but I'm okay with it. So I'm going by, there's like a bigger gap. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a bigger gap right between these two and these two. That's what I'm shooting for. So I have the bigger gap here and here. And that's hopefully what I am going for. And honestly, I could show you a way. In fact, I will show you a way after that you can line these up a little easier. At this point, I'm just going for it because I've kind of not done a great job here. But that's okay. Like I said, it's a little bit eclectic looking, and I'm okay with that. There we go. All right, so if you wanted to line these up exactly, and I'll just show you on my scrap paper, when you have a light color like this light gray, sometimes it's easier to do the solid color first, like that, and then go back in and do the lines. And the reason why is because after you use a darker color on these photopolymer, they do stain a little bit, especially if you don't get, oh, look what I did. Put it in the wrong color. Let me clean that for a sec. Especially if you put it in a darker color and you don't clean it right away. Sometimes it's easier, and I have to get down here to see this, so I apologize if you're seeing the top of my head here. I hope you're not. But sometimes it's easier to see the yellow through the stamp than it is to try to find the little gray lines. So I hope that helps. Hey, Karen, how are you? Now, again, I didn't even get them that lined up, but the other thing I could have done was I could have used my stamping blends and gone in and just gently colored these. But I'm not even going to do that because I kind of like that it looks a little skewed. Kind of like that it's not perfect. Because Lord knows I am anything but perfect. Okay. Now, we're going to keep it simple. Are we going to put it? Yeah, let's put a ribbon on this. You want a ribbon? How about we do a ribbon? Let's put this together. Let me get rid of my scrap. Let's see what I can find for ribbon. Let's see. Like that. A little piece of adhesive. Let's see. What do we have? We could do silver. I have silver. Although I do think I'm going to cut off, I'm going to grab a pair of scissors, a big piece. Have you guys seen this? Have I shown them to you yet? Let's see here. Sometimes I can't remember. This 3-pack of beautiful. These are the sheer ribbon combo pack. Hey, Mary. Yes, it is Melon Mambo. Oh, don't worry, Mary. I had my phone silenced. So you have the Azure Afternoon. You have the Bubble Bath Pink. And this is the Lemon Lolly. And boy, these ribbons are fabulous. They have kind of a sheer quality to them. They're not totally sheer, but they're a little sheer. But they do have like a little metallic threading on each side. And I love that. So this was a piece of scrap I had, and it's way too big. So I'm going to trim it down here. And I'm just going to tie a square knot. Just a left over right, right over left jobber. Sometimes I like a bow, but Sometimes a square knot's nice. Now, I don't know, I try to remind people, but if you do opposites, in fact, I'm going to show you with this scrap. If you go left over right, so this is the left piece, this is the right piece, this is square knot. You go left over right and you pull it through. And then if you go right over left and pull it through, you get a bow that kind of goes sideways like this. But if you go left over right and pull it through, and then you do the same thing again, you go, left over right again, it's going to go up and down as opposed to side by side, side to side, like that. See the difference? So that's the importance of using opposite hands, although sometimes you may want it to go straight up and down, and that's okay too. And if that's what you want, just keep in mind, do it the same hand over the top both times. Okay. Now we're going to pop this onto the card base. Let's tighten that just a little bit. Isn't this bright and cheery? I mean, that just looks like a summer's day, doesn't it? I love it. All right, now I am going to make this wishing you the brightest birthday. Now I'm going to stamp that in gray just for a little contrast. This is from the Cheerful Daisies dies. If you haven't seen these are actually on low quantity. So if you haven't ordered them, now's the time, because we all know they won't be in for a few months once they go out. And if you spend $35, I will send you the make-and takes for free. I should have brought those over to show you. I'm sorry. They're daisy cards, and you get 6 this month as opposed to 4, because you're making... Wow, this stamp is really dirty. I have to find my rag. My desk is the biggest mess you've ever seen. Let me find my rag. Get this cleaned off here so we can use it appropriately. Nancy, you made a bow on a card yesterday. Oh, thank you for saying that. That makes me feel good, Nancy. I'm glad I mentioned it then. Thank you for that. Okay, so again, I know I always say this, but I'm going to say it again. I like to put longer stamps on a smaller block and put them on the diagonal because my hands are smaller and it's easier for me to manipulate them. Okay. There we go. I think it's crooked. I think I made it crooked, but that's okay. It's a little crooked. Ooh, sorry about that. Just like throwing there's some dimensionals, and I want to use these lemon lolly gems. So pop a couple dimensionals on here. And I think I'm going to put it up here like that. And we'll throw, these are the adhesive back solid gems. And I happen to notice that these are on low quantity as well. And the reason why I noticed is because these went out in my Stamp Club by month kits. I think I'm going to put a lemon lolly right in the center of each of these. They kind of fit nice. I don't know that they would look so good on the bigger daisy. I chose the smaller daisy of the stamp set, but whoops, runaway train. Put this one here. And then maybe I'll just stick a couple of small ones. Just kind of randomly. Like that. So there we go. It's not exactly a Thankful Thursday card. I'm sorry. But it is a nice birthday card. Yes, Mary, it is very refreshing. Hey, Sheila, how are you? Okay, so that was the Cheerful Daisy bundle. Dies are on low quantity. And that was the adhesive-backed solid gems. They are also on low quantity. Everyone that comments, shares, likes will get a chance at winning this set of in-color cards. You'll get the cards and the envelopes. I will draw them tomorrow, so you have until my video tomorrow to comment, like, or share if you're watching this on replay. And what do I want to show you last? Oh. This launched yesterday. Now, wait a minute. I need to get my little cheat sheet of what goes in this class because I can't always remember. Here we go. Okay. This class is $25. $34 if you ship it. Comes with lots of details. All these pieces. Look at this fringe. Isn't this great? This is part of the Beautiful Balloons dies. Everything will be die cut. You get the bling. All you need is an ink pad. Now, you could use black on this. I happen to use Berry Burst, but you could use whatever you want. You get all the balloons die cut, all the bling. You make one of each of these cards. You get written directions. Look, this has that little fringe detail as well. So this is the only thing that I stamped that I probably shouldn't have because it's not a greeting. So you could just leave this background yellow if you don't have the stamp set. And this you could just draw with a pen. You don't need the stamp for that. These are not bling. This is actually cardstock that comes out of these little holes and whatnot. There's there's also a little die that has stars and like confetti things. So you get the 4 cards. You get a pack of this beautiful DSP. All these papers, the printed papers, they all come out of the pack bright and beautiful. You'll get a pack of the tinsel gems. And then, to make it worth the money, you're going to get 12 card bases. 12 card bases in 3 colors. And I'm not going to lie, I can't remember which colors. I think it's the azure. You know what? I posted a link up the top if you really want to know which colors. It might be lemon lolly. I should have put lemon lolly. I might have done lemon lime twist. But anyway, the link's up the top for this if you're interested. If you purchase the balloons or the bundle or the inks, the 2 inks, the Azure Afternoon and the Berry Burst, the newer inks, if you purchase those, I won't charge you any shipping on those. So you get those free shipping. So that's 11% off of those items. And the balloon and dies are bundled price, so you're already saving 10% with Stampin'Up. So if you ordered those when you ordered the class, it's 21% off of those by the time you paid for shipping and if you bought them separate. So that's a pretty good deal. All right, so again, $25. That is $23.50 worth of brand new product you're getting, and then you get all the stuff for the card kits with the envelopes and the written directions. So you are getting way more than $25 worth of product. $34 shipped. And there we go. I have a whole bunch of cards to show you. I keep setting them down and then I can't find them. And I've been making a pile over here. So tomorrow we'll do some cards. I'll show you some cards. And we'll do a fun fold. All right? Thanks for being here, you guys. Hey, Janet, how are you? You know what, Janet? Seriously, my mother loved the color yellow, and I'm pretty finicky about yellows, but this lemon lolly is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. All right. Have a great night. I'm going to get some dinner. I will see you all tomorrow. I'll post a time in the morning, and hopefully I'll be on time. No promises. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Donna. Bye, you guys.